But in real time, we schedule this program because this program is going to check what is the total availability of that item, whether that item is having the minimum quantity or not. It will check. If it is not, it will automatically replenish. Okay, go to tools, click on schedule new process. Again, click on schedule new process. The program name is print minimax planning report. So what this program is going to do, whatever the calculations that we did in the notepad, like the item is a minimax planned enabled item or not, whether the item having the minimum quantity or not, if minimum quantity is not there, how much need to be ordered, all those calculations will be done by this program. Okay. So against which organization level we did the planning, I mentioned that org. This is the org, right? Okay. And sort by, you can select a inventory item, anything you can select, sort by. And if you don't enter the item here, then this program is going to check for all minimax planned items. But if you enter a specific item, this program is going to run only for that specific item. To save the time, I'm entering that specific item over here. I'm running the minimax planning only for a specific item. And the planning level, did we enter minimum quantity, maximum quantity at sub-inventory level or org level? Where we entered the data, org level or sub-inventory level? Org level. So planning level, org level. Okay. So this is very important. This is very important. A restock. So if you select no, this program, it will just give you the information like what is the minimum quantity, what is the maximum quantity, how much has to be ordered. It will just give you the information. It won't order. But if you select yes, restock yes, it will give you the information. It will also try to create an order. Okay. Restock yes. Now I'm talking about incoming supply, right? Here. I'm talking about incoming supply. So here incoming supply could be your PO, your purchase order, which you created today, and you are waiting for the stock to be received in the evening. You're not received the stock. You are about to receive in the evening or maybe tomorrow. Suppose you don't want to consider this supply. In that case, here you can select no also. See? Include PO supply no. If you select like that, then the 600 won't be considered as a supply. Understood? So which supply you wanted to consider here? It could be PO supply or it could be WIP supply, nothing but manufacturing supply, nothing but you started the production today. Your production get completed by today evening or maybe tomorrow. You don't want to consider supply, WIP supply. Okay, you can, yeah, work in process. So you can choose here. Okay, I'm not selecting anything, but if you want, you can select your demand objects and you can select your supply objects, which you want this program to be considered or this program to be ignored. You want something to be ignored by this program, you simply select no against that. Okay. But this is important. Restock is, if you select restock yes, not only giving the information, if the total availability is less than the minimum quantity, it will take the action also. And the planning level, org level, we entered minimum quantity, maximum quantity at org level. We entered at this organization level. So this program is going to do the check and it will automatically create the supply. So how frequently you want this program to be run? Okay, accordingly, you can schedule the program. How to schedule the program? That we discussed already. You click on the advanced button, you can schedule daily or you can schedule only in particular weekdays. You can schedule only one particular months also. Okay, But generally in real time, this program is scheduled every day at the end of the day, like every day in the evening, 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Okay. Submit the program. How to schedule the program we already discussed. That is, I think, third class or second class. Okay, this is completed. We'll see this output. Select the program. Click on the republish. And I would like to open this in the PDF. This is the parameters. While running the program, what parameters that we entered. This is the parameters. Did we selected restock? Yes. Yes, we selected. These are the parameters. And in the second screen, it will give you the data. So what is the minimum quantity? What is the maximum quantity? Is there any on hand for this item? No. Why no on hand? Because it's a fresh item. Is there any supply for this item? Any demand for this item? What is the total availability? 0. So total availability is less than the minimum quantity or not? Correct? That's why it is showing the reorder quantity. You see, reorder quantity is 5,000. Understood? You just created the item. You remember what data that you entered. But if you created this item with this data long back, this program, it will give you the data. You can remember, you cannot remember the data, right? This program, it will give you the data and you can see how much it's going to order. How much it is ordering? 5,000. Clear? This report output is important. Any questions as of now?
Krishna, communicate email where we can do this process.
That we'll discuss in procurement.
Okay.
Because that's the procurement side, right? We'll discuss that later. Because if I discuss that, that's out of context.
Krishna, we are saying restock as right. That means automatically, I mean, the system should order, right?
Yes.
So where we can see like,
that's next step, sir.
Oh, okay.
As of now, any questions, please ask.
Krishna, what do you mean by replenishment?
Restock.
Okay. Again, restock name is there, right, Krishna? So again, restock separate name is also there, right?
Here.
In the application, replacement and restock both are there. Restock, okay. Replacement meaning I'm asking.
Same, sir. Refilling the stock.
Fine.
Okay. Now, after that, we need to run one program. Why we have to run that program, I will tell you. Now, this request is so the same program. If you run Minimax planning program using SCM_IMPL user, it will throw error saying that this user is not a business user, not an employee. It will throw error. So you should not run from this user. Okay. When you're practicing, don't run from this user, run from this user. Okay. Everyone, whatever the students' mistakes that they do while practicing, I'm telling in the class itself. Please observe that and do it while practicing. Next program, I think that will not display here. Let me see. It says supply chain. Okay, it's displaying here. Fine. Process supply chain orchestration interface. This program I'm running. So now this supply is requesting by which module? Inventory module. Correct? So which module is looking for the supply? Inventory module. So enter that. And if you want, you can enter the batch number also. So this supply you are requesting against which batch number? The batch number, if you want, you can enter that. You can see in the Minimax planning report output. This is the batch number. If you want, you can enter this batch number. Otherwise, if you don't enter also, not a problem.
Krishna,
If you don't enter the batch number also, not a problem.
Krishna,
Tell me, sir.
I have a doubt, Krishna. In real-time business users details, who is given?
Who is given up? You have to ask, you have to take it from them.
Okay, Krishna.
Generic questions, note it down and ask me and credit. Okay. So generic questions, please note it down in your book somewhere so that you don't forget, and ask me one by one at the end so that I can give you more detailed answer. If you're asking me in the middle of topic, I cannot give you because I don't want others to be diverted from this topic to your question. Okay.
Okay, Krishna.
Other than the conceptual doubts, everyone, please note it down. Okay. And ask me separately. This batch number, it's your wish. If you want, you can enter. Otherwise, you can leave it. Okay. This batch number you can find out from the Minimax planning report output. And click on submit. Sir, what actually this program is going to do? So now, here in this process, two models are interacting. In this process, two models are interacting. What are those? What are those models that are interacting here?
Inventory and purchase.
Inventory and procurement. So if you run this program, this program is gonna transfer the data from inventory to the procurement. It will transfer the data from inventory to the procurement. So this is kind of workflow background process in EBS. In case of EBS, if you wanted to interface the data between the modules, which program you'll run? Workflow background process, right? Here, similarly like that. It's going to interface the data from inventory to the procurement. Okay, clear? Now the data is interfaced to the procurement. Now we will check by logging into the procurement. So who is a procurement user? Who is a procurement user? KC Pro.
KC Pro.
Okay, we'll get into that user now. We need password, right? We'll reset the password. But to reset the password, the Frank again is not having a security console, I think. This user won't have security console. I'll log into SCM user. Sir, you are going to different users. Yes. Yes, because here different people are involving here. Inventory guy and procurement guy. Okay. So this is very simple thing. Okay. If you think this is tough, so IT is nothing but using your brain. You should be smart enough. You should be quick enough. IT is nothing but your brain should be sharp. You not do your IT job with your physical strength. You may be a bodybuilder. You do your work using your body or your brain. You have to twist your brain. So we relax our brain. If you're relaxing your brain, what do you get? Then go and do bank job, bank cashier job. Every day, same work. Taking money, giving money. Same work.
No growth.
So that job also nobody is giving, sir. Give me that
No.
job, sir. Sorry, team.
No growth, boring job that one.
So if you're not able to understand this front-end application, how you are able to build this kind of application? Think about those people. The people who build by writing the code. Will you be able to write 1,000 lines of code?
Impossible.
At least if you're practicing 1, 2 to 3 times, you are able to get this topic. If you spend maybe 10 hours or 5 hours, you'll get this topic. But if you spend 5 hours or 10 hours, you're able to write 1,000 lines of code. So you're not fit there. At least you fit yourself here. And you should not eliminate yourself in all the areas. If you're eliminating what is the path, in which way you should go. This is easy. This is easy compared to other technologies like Java, or if you take Java or .NET, you have to write lines of code. This is easy. So put your complete focus and concentration here. I know for the first time, for me also, if I'm learning any new technology for the first time, of course, it is going to be tough for me. But I should put the focus, watch the recordings again and again, practice again and again. Suppose if I'm learning a data science, while teacher is giving the explanation, I might not be able to understand 100%. I may understand maybe 60%. Watch the video to understand remaining 10% or 20%. Practice multiple times to understand 100%. See, in our academics, revision classes are there, right? Where revision classes are? Again, revising the topics. If you're not clear, make yourself clear. If you're clear, just revise again. The problem with all of us is we spend a lot of time to gain the degree certificate. How many years we spend in the education to gain the degree certificate? Almost 16 years, huh? But we don't have time to spend 6 months for the course to get the job.
Which we learn for life.
Yeah. So you prepare for your exams, at least that 15 days you'll prepare, right? At least for that 15 days, you'll prepare for the exams, right? Daily 10 hours, you'll prepare. But to get the job in the final step, that is your final step. To success, to get the success or to your degree is to be utilized, that is the final step. And we don't spend 6 months time for that.
Sir,
That is the mindset of the students. You come out of that mindset, then you'll get the jobs. And people who already got the job, you're in IT industry. If you don't upgrade your skill set, how you'll survive here in IT? You have to upgrade your skill set. You have to upgrade to Fusion. You have to learn Fusion, not just attending the classes. You know, right? In this batch, how many people are there? 40 members are there. Classes are attending by maybe 28 or 30. Sometimes I say 25 itself. How many are practicing? 5 or 6 or maybe 8. What is that? And some students, while when they inquire for the course, can you tell me your success rate? My success rate, they're asking. If you're not attending the classes regularly, if you don't practice well, what I do? I tell this example in every batch. I go and pay a fee to IAS course. Will I become IAS? If I don't become an IAS, that institute is worst, that faculty is worst. That institute success rate is bad. How many students got placed from your institute? That depends on me. That depends upon many factors. Students, market. Market also should be good. There should be no recession. And companies has to offer the jobs. How many students you placed? How many students I have to place from this batch? 40 members are there. And sometimes if I get that sort of questions, I laugh myself. Okay, I'm in the KC Brown user. And I go to procurement. From the procurement, so we are expecting a purchase requisition get created, correct?
Yes.
And to show that purchase requisition, I'm on the KC Brown user on the procurement section. Click on the purchase requisition. And this is the pain of the housewives. Handling kids and attending the classes. Okay, sorry, not here. From the procurement, go to the purchase orders. Pavani, I muted yourself. From the purchase order, you can see the requisitions that are waiting to be processed here. If you go to process requisitions, you can see the requisitions that are waiting to be processed, that are waiting to be converted to PO. Now I'm checking whether the requisition created or not. Select the US BU. Because our inventory ordinations under which BU? Seattle is under which country? Seattle, like Hyderabad, Seattle is a state in US.
City.
Okay, yeah, city, okay. And I'm selecting the item and click on search. Okay, you see? You see system has created two here. Same requisition, but two lines. One for the 3000 and another one is for the 2000. Who is the requester here? Frank again. Because who submitted the Minimax planning report team? Frank again. So who is here the requester? See, now the data is in the procurement. Now this here, this is called as a purchase requisition. This is called as a purchase requisition. This need to be converted to the PO. Okay, I'll show you the navigation again. As of now, so we logged into KC Brown user, which is a procurement guy. From the procurement, go to purchase orders. Go to purchase orders. And the buyer is nothing but the person who works in the procurement department. The buyer can check here. Buyer can check daily here, which requisitions are waiting to be converted to PO. That is the buyer work. The buyer has to track here. The buyer has to track here, okay? And click on the search. If you don't enter the item also, you can click on the search, but you'll get all the requisitions related to other items also. Okay, then buyer is going to select this requisition to convert into PO. To convert into PO. So I'm selecting both the lines, or you can select one line and you can click on add to document builder also. Or if you want to process both the lines, click on add to document builder by selecting both the lines. Use control to select both the lines. Click on add to document builder